What do you know about the man behind the Motown Sound? Berry Gordy. A name that echoes through the annals of music history, yet shrouded in mystery. His melodies have been woven into our lives, but what about the maestro himself? The influence he wielded in the music industry is undeniable, but the details often remain elusive. Who is Berry Gordy, the man behind the rhythm and the blues, the soul and the funk? Let's uncover the remarkable life of Berry Gordy. Born in the Roaring '20s, Berry Gordy's life was destined for greatness. On November 28, 1929, amidst the backdrop of jazz and the Great Depression, Berry Gordy Jr. came into the world in Detroit, Michigan. He was the seventh of 8 children in a close-knit, hard-working family. His parents, Berry Gordy Sr. and Bertha Ida Gordy, were entrepreneurs at heart. They ran a successful plastering business and instilled in their children the value of hard work and determination. Their tight-knit family was a melting pot of ambition and creativity, which played a significant role in shaping young Berry's life. Growing up, Berry was surrounded by music. His older siblings played various instruments, and the Gordy household was often filled with the sounds of jazz, blues, and gospel music. This early exposure to music played a pivotal role in fostering his love for melody and rhythm. It was this passion that would eventually lead him to revolutionize the music industry. In addition to music, Berry was also deeply influenced by his family's entrepreneurial spirit. From a young age, he showed a knack for business. Whether it was selling newspapers on the street corners or shining shoes, Berry was always looking for ways to make money. This entrepreneurial drive, combined with his love for music, would later become the foundation of his empire. Berry's early life was not without its challenges, though. The economic hardships of the Great Depression and the societal constraints of segregation were realities that the Gordy family faced daily. Yet these struggles only strengthened Berry's resolve to succeed and make a name for himself. Despite the odds against him, Berry Gordy dared to dream big. Even as a young boy, he had a vision of creating music that would transcend racial boundaries and unite people across the globe. But little did he know, his destiny was about to take a drastic turn. A young Berry Gordy entered the music industry, not as a singer, but as a songwriter. This twist of fate was the first significant step in what would become an illustrious career. But before the fame and fortune, Berry was just like any other aspiring artist, driven by a deep love for music and an insatiable curiosity to explore its many avenues. His first taste of success came in the late 50s, when he co-wrote the song Reet Petite for Jackie Wilson. This upbeat rhythm and blues number not only became a hit, but also set the stage for Berry's journey into the music industry. Working with Jackie Wilson was a transformative experience for Berry. He was introduced to the world of songwriting and music production, and it was here that he honed his skills. While Jackie Wilson was the one in the spotlight, Berry was the man behind the scenes, crafting the words and melodies that would make the audience swoon. Berry's collaboration with Jackie Wilson resulted in several other hits like Lonely Teardrops and That's Why. The success of these songs gave Berry the confidence to venture even further into the music industry, and it wasn't long before he set his sights on creating his own record label. But Berry's journey was not always smooth sailing. He faced his fair share of obstacles and setbacks. Yet, he never let these challenges deter him. Instead, he used them as stepping stones, learning from each experience and applying that knowledge to his future endeavors. His determination and resilience paid off. With each song he wrote, with each artist he worked with, Berry Gordy was not just building a career, he was laying the foundation for a music empire. This was Berry Gordy in the early days, ambitious, passionate, and unafraid to take risks. His journey from a songwriter to a music mogul was just beginning. And as we'll see in the next chapter of his story, this was just the tip of the iceberg. Berry Gordy was just getting started. In 1959, with a loan of $800, Berry Gordy did the unthinkable. He started his own record label. This was a bold move in an era when the music industry was dominated by a few powerful players, but Gordy, with his unyielding vision and relentless drive, was not one to shy away from challenges. Motown Records, as it came to be known, was born in Detroit, Michigan, a city teeming with raw talent and untapped potential. The label's humble beginnings were in a small house christened Hitsville, USA, a name that would soon prove to be prophetic. The early days were fraught with obstacles, financial struggles, stiff competition, and the daunting task of breaking into a largely segregated music industry. But Gordy was undeterred. He believed in the magic of the Motown Sound, a unique blend of soul, pop, and R&B that was universally appealing. And so, the Motown family grew, with Gordy gathering a roster of young, talented musicians, most of whom were plucked straight from Detroit's bustling neighborhoods. Names like Smokey Robinson, the Supremes, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, and the Jackson 5 started their journeys at Motown. They were all raw talents, molded and polished under Gordy's watchful eye. Motown's breakthrough came in 1961 with the release of Please Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes. The song rocketed to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, a first for Motown, and marked the beginning of the label's golden era. From then on, the hits kept coming, one after the other, propelling Motown to unprecedented heights. The label also played a significant role in breaking down racial barriers in the music industry. It brought African American music to a mainstream audience, changing the face of American pop culture forever. Through it all, Gordy's vision remained steadfast. He wanted to create music for all people, music that transcended racial and social boundaries. And he succeeded. Motown was not just a record label, it was a revolution. A revolution that forever changed the landscape of the music industry, leaving an indelible mark on the world. What set Motown apart was its unique sound. Berry Gordy, the man behind the Motown magic, was instrumental in creating this distinctive sound that still resonates today. This was the sound that would come to define a generation, a sound that transcended boundaries and bridged cultures. At the heart of the Motown sound was an irresistible blend of soulful voices, catchy melodies, and a driving beat that was designed to get people moving. Gordy was a master at spotting talent and nurturing it. He brought together a remarkable team of songwriters, producers, and musicians who worked in harmony to create the Motown sound. The Motown roster was a who's who of music legends. Artists like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and Diana Ross and the Supremes were integral in shaping the Motown sound. Their voices, full of passion and soul, were the perfect vehicles for the heartfelt lyrics and infectious rhythms that were the hallmarks of Motown. Gordy had an uncanny ability to take raw talent and polish it until it shone. He didn't just see artists, he saw stars, and he knew how to make them shine. He understood that the key to creating a successful record was more than just a catchy tune. It was about creating a song that told a story, a song that touched people's hearts and made them want to dance. The Motown sound was more than just a genre of music. It was a soundtrack to an era. It was the sound of young America, a sound that captured the spirit of optimism and change that was sweeping the nation. It was a sound that broke down barriers and brought people together. But the Motown sound was not just about the music. It was also about the message. It was about hope, love, and unity. It was about the power of music to bring people together, to inspire and uplift. The Motown sound was not just music, it was a cultural phenomenon. It was a sound that changed the world, a sound that will forever be remembered as the soundtrack to a pivotal moment in history. And at the heart of it all was Berry Gordy, the visionary who turned his dream into a reality and in the process made the world a little bit brighter. Berry Gordy's vision and determination led to numerous achievements. This statement is not an exaggeration, but a testament to the man's incredible journey in the music industry. Gordy's achievements are as diverse as they are impressive. Let's start with the artists he discovered. Gordy had an uncanny ability to spot talent. Under his guidance, Motown became a launching pad for a plethora of music legends. Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Jackson 5, and so many more owe their stardom to Gordy's belief in their talent. Can we even imagine the music world without these iconic names? But Gordy's achievements didn't stop at discovering talent. he was also an accomplished songwriter and producer. He co-wrote several hit songs, including Lonely Teardrops for Jackie Wilson and Do You Love Me for the Contours. His producing skills were equally laudable, as he produced numerous chart-topping albums for Motown's roster of artists. And let's not forget the awards. Gordy has been honored with numerous accolades throughout his career. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988, a testament to his significant contribution to the music world. In 2013, he received the Pioneer Award from the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and in 2016, he was awarded the National Medal of Arts by then-President Barack Obama. But perhaps Gordy's greatest achievement is the legacy he has left behind. He broke down racial barriers and changed the face of American music forever. His vision for a record label that would bring the sound of young America to the masses was realized in Motown. And that sound, that unique blend of soul, pop, and rhythm and blues, has influenced countless artists and continues to resonate with audiences around the world. Gordy's influence is undeniable. His achievements are a testament to his vision, determination, and immense talent. He is, without doubt, a true titan of the music industry. Beyond the music, Berry Gordy led a fascinating personal life. An intriguing figure off-stage as much as he was on, Gordy navigated the highs and lows of life with the same poise he showed in his career. He was married 3 times, each union birthing its own unique story. His first marriage was to Thelma Coleman in 1953, a relationship that blessed them with 3 children. However, the pressures of Gordy's budding music career led to their separation after 6 years. His second wife, Raynoma Lyles, was also deeply involved in the music industry. Their union, although brief, was a creative powerhouse that contributed significantly to the Motown Sound. Together they had 1 child. Gordy's third and final marriage was to Grace Eaton in 1990. While they had no children together, their marriage lasted until Eaton's death in 1994. Beyond his marriages, Gordy is a proud father of 8 children. Each of his children has, in their own way, contributed to the Gordy legacy, with several of them finding their own success in the entertainment industry. Away from his family life, Gordy pursued a myriad of personal interests. He was a noted boxing enthusiast, and even tried his hand at professional boxing before his music career took off. He was also a passionate chess player, and was known to engage in matches with friends and colleagues to unwind. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing for Gordy. His life was not without controversies. Perhaps the most notable being his tumultuous relationship with Diana Ross, which culminated in a love child, although Gordy publicly acknowledged his paternity only years later. But as with his career, Gordy navigated these personal trials with resilience and grace. He was a man who found strength in adversity and used his experiences to fuel his creativity. Berry Gordy's personal life was as colorful as his career. Even in his later years, Berry Gordy continued to influence the world of music. As the years rolled on, his impact did not dwindle. Instead, it seemed to grow stronger, a testament to his timeless contributions to the music industry. In the mid-80s, Gordy made a significant decision that would mark a new chapter in his life. He sold Motown, the company he had built from scratch and nurtured into a global sensation. The decision was not an easy one. After all, Motown was his baby, a labor of love that he had poured his heart and soul into. But he knew it was time for a new generation to carry on the Motown legacy. The sale of Motown was a major event, but it was not the end of Berry Gordy's influence, far from it. He continued to be a significant figure in the music world, sharing his wisdom and experience with younger musicians and producers. In 1988, Gordy received a well-deserved honor that cemented his place in the annals of music history. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, an institution that recognizes the most influential figures in the genre. The induction was a fitting tribute to a man who had done so much to shape the sound of modern music. But perhaps the most important aspect of Gordy's later years has been his role as a mentor. With 8 children, many of whom have followed in his footsteps, Gordy has passed on his passion for music to the next generation. His children, like their father, are making their own mark on the music world, continuing the Gordy legacy. Through his later years, Gordy has shown that age is just a number. At 95, he is as passionate about music as he was when he first started. His health may have had its ups and downs, but his spirit remains unbroken. Berry Gordy may have retired, but his legacy lives on. His influence is still felt in the music we listen to today, and his story continues to inspire musicians around the world. Indeed, Berry Gordy is not just a music mogul, he is a living legend. At 95, Berry Gordy is a living legend. This music mogul's story doesn't end with the golden age of Motown. Far from it. Today, Berry Gordy continues to live a life that is as vibrant and full as the music he championed. Gordy, despite his advanced age, is far from retired. He remains active in the music industry, mentoring new talents and occasionally making appearances at music events. His passion for music hasn't waned, it's simply evolved. Now, he is more focused on nurturing the next generation of artists, providing them with the wisdom gained from his decades in the industry. His personal life is just as rich. A father of 8, Gordy's family is a testament to his love and dedication. He relishes his role as a patriarch, guiding his children and numerous grandchildren with the same determination that he used to build Motown. His personal life is as harmonious as the music he produced, filled with love, laughter, and the occasional family jam session. Health-wise, Gordy has faced some challenges, yet he tackles them with the same tenacity that he approached his career. He's a fighter, and he's not about to let a few health issues slow him down. His spirit remains as vibrant as ever, proving once again that age is just a number. Gordy's current residence is a grand reflection of his successful career. His home is a sprawling estate that houses a collection of luxurious cars, a testament to his love for the finer things in life. Yet despite his wealth, Gordy remains grounded. His wealth is merely a byproduct of his passion, not the driving force behind it. Today, Berry Gordy's net worth is estimated to be well into the hundreds of millions. But to him, the real value lies in the music he helped create and the artists he helped shape. The Motown Sound continues to resonate, and Gordy's influence can still be felt in the music industry today. Berry Gordy's story is a testament to the power of passion and determination, a living legend indeed. His legacy is a melody that will continue to play on long after the final note. From a young songwriter to a music industry titan, Berry Gordy's life is a remarkable journey. Born into a humble setting, he showed us how far passion and determination can take one. His early life was a testament to his tenacity, never letting the hurdles of life define his path. The start of his career was not a smooth sail. Like many, he faced his share of setbacks. But it didn't deter him. Instead, it fueled his ambition, leading him to the birth of a music revolution, Motown, a name that changed the face of American music forever. The Motown Sound, as we know it, was Berry Gordy's brainchild. A blend of soulful melodies and pop, it was a sound that transcended boundaries, resonating with music lovers across the globe. His genius didn't just stop at creating a unique sound, it extended to nurturing talents, some of whom are legendary figures in music today. His achievements are monumental, to say the least. Gordy's vision and leadership made Motown a powerhouse, producing hit after hit, decade after decade. He transformed the music industry, breaking racial barriers and setting new standards. Gordy's personal life was equally eventful. A father to 8 children, he navigated the challenges of balancing a demanding career with a large family. His later years were marked by health issues, but even then, his spirit remained undeterred. Today, at 95, Berry Gordy continues to inspire. His house, his cars, his lifestyle, all reflect the legacy he has built. And despite the health issues, he remains a towering figure in music, his influence undeniable and far-reaching. As we conclude, let's remember that Berry Gordy's story is not just the story of one man, it's the story of music itself. It's the story of how one man's vision can shape an industry, break barriers, and create a legacy that lasts generations. Berry Gordy's story is not just the story of one man, but the story of music itself.